Hello, folks. It's me, Tommy NC22. I just want to warn you that there is some cursing in this video with comedians making jokes. So I just want to give you a heads up ahead of time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And everybody have a happy Halloween and have a great day. I'm Tommy NC2010. Enjoy the video.
Subscribe, support, and stay positive. Hey guys, back here at the Cellar Gang. Gonna do some comedy tonight, so we'll see where we go. Catch you later, folks.
Facility, which may have contained wolves. So if you're allergic to wolves, this is fair warning. Okay. And the nonverbal comments I will be giving you. Okay. My partner and I sit in our room. We hear a girl running down the path. She comes to our door. She says, "Help me!" She is covered with dirt. She wears a dress covered with dirt and feet. We show her we have a bucket of water, a large tub of water in the front. She jumps in, she cleans herself off. And then, since I speak some of her language, I say to her, "Wah, you run, wah, you run." And she says, "I'm running because they're chasing me. First they hung me and then they buried me and now they're chasing me." That's a nonverbal comment. So, we asked her if she would like some deer haunch, and she said, "I can't eat." So then she said, "They're chasing me because it all was because of my lying, cheating boyfriend, that piece of It was an accident. He died accidentally while I was ripping out his heart." Just then, because my partner and I have extraordinary hearing, we heard the sound of men and dogs coming up the path. I advised her, "Run, you run." So she took off up the path. She ran better without the dirt. Maybe she was flying, it was hard to tell in the light of the moon. My partner and I have seen our friends and relatives have their hearts ripped out by men. And we have seen their skins put on wire fences. So we ran up and hid behind the trees. Soon our room was full of men and dogs. And one man said, "Yeah, she's been here. The dogs are telling me she's been joined by a pack of up to 12 wolves. So you, Mr. Reporter, you can't come with us no more. It's too dangerous. It's one thing to be chasing a lone zombie, but a zombie and a dozen wolves, well, have mercy. So you got to stay here or turn back." So the men and the dogs, they run up the path, and the reporter, he sits in our room looking at his recorder. My mate and I would come in and sit next to him. He was surprised. I said to him, "You write work? You write work?" And he said, "Yeah, I write words. I'm a reporter. I transcribe them from the recorder, and then I write them down." My maid doesn't speak your language, but in our ancient language, she's an excellent storyteller, so we were happy. My mate, she decided to tell her story then and there. It went something like this. You may have heard a similar story. And I'd like you to tell it with me. If you know a story like this, let's all do it together. Oh.
What? There you go. Keep it going for Liz Alvin, everybody. All right. You guys ready for your second comic for the evening? Yes. All right. He's a very funny guy. He helps run this open mic. Everybody give it up for Kerry Goff.
Hey everybody, how are y'all?
Good.
Good. Awesome. Hey, how are you guys? Alright. Good? Alright, cool. So, how are you? Good? Comfy? Alright, where'd he go? Put on another suit? Oh, there he is. He's hanging in the back. You guys excited about Halloween? Yeah. Like, I got kids, man. It's like peak time. And like, I think this year I'm probably gonna dress up in the same costume that I went the last couple of years. I usually dress up as a dad who drank too much beer and lost his kids while trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. It's a pretty simple costume, just a backpack filled with beer, really. There's only so many little princesses I can keep track of when I'm out there. I used to live in downtown Asheville with my kids, and that's really shitty trick-or-treating. Like, yeah, man, it's like a bunch of fucking hipsters who can carve a pumpkin, but when it's Halloween time, they just fucking shut everything down. And so, I invented a game called Trick or Treat Motherfucker, and basically that means I would dress my kids up when they were tiny before we went to like a real neighborhood, and I would go to houses that didn't have their lights on, and I would go with my kids and we would knock an awkwardly long time until an obviously high 20-year-old answered the door, and then my kids would say trick or treat, but with just a hint of motherfucker in there. Right? They wouldn't say it, but it was there, you know? And like, they always did the same thing of like, oh crap, it's Halloween, like they forgot, and then they like pat their pockets like they might just magically have candy in there. And then I would just go grab some random shit to give to my kids to make them go away. And so my kids would go home with like a sport from Mrs. Winters or an old battery or something. But it was douchebag tax, really. That's how I felt about it. And then when we go to another neighborhood, we go to the rich neighborhoods. You guys, would y'all go to rich neighborhoods to trick or treat? Yes. Yeah. And it was like 50-50, like sometimes you hit a house and they would give you like a real bag of like Skittles, you know, or like a full candy bar, or you get that one lady that gives you like gluten-free tree bark, you know? Like, what the fuck is this? It's the first thing jettisoned from the fucking candy pack right there. I got a 13-year-old son, and it's been interesting watching him watch this election, and I realized that my son is like officially more mature than Trump, all right? Because, I mean, not to be all, I don't know. Because like I watch the shit that Trump does. My son did that like 3 years ago and grew out of it, right? My son would gaslight me, all right? Like he would hit his sister and I'd be like, you just hit your sister, don't do that. I'd be like, I didn't do that. Like, dude, I just watched you hit your sister with your fist. No, I didn't do that. I was like, you just went like that. He's like, I was just saying like, good job. I was like, why is she crying? He's like, she's got weak skin. That is honestly something he told me one time, that his sister had weak skin. And then he would like just go to this, really dad, really, to the point where I'm like, well maybe he didn't fucking hit her. I don't fucking know, man. Those are Trump fucking tactics, man. And it's funny, like I'd watch him watch the debate, and even he would just be like, "Did you just fucking hear what they said?" And he's like, "They didn't say anything." I'm like, "Welcome to politics." So now he's gonna move to Canada already. You guys ready for No Shave November? Huh? Yeah? Where you don't shave your ball sack for prostate aware? I don't know. That's like a bullshit thing, just guys trying to get out of stuff, man. Like, don't shave, whatever, we don't want to fucking shave. You alright? Great, done for November. December could be like, don't do the dishes for erectile function month, you know? You know, like every time I see dirty dishes, I think, you know, some guys can't get boners and it makes me sad. Should invest in boner technology. January could be like, don't take out the trash for feline AIDS, huh? Your wife would be like, take out the trash, and be like, sweet, there's cats with AIDS running around. Don't be selfish, think about that. Anyway, we're getting geared up for Christmas, and basically no one believes in Santa Claus in my house anymore. We moved past that point, but I remember when that was going downhill, my son would ask me, like, how does Santa watch us? Well, that was his big thing about Santa, and I remember his big thing was like, tell me, Dad, how's Santa watching us? And I thought I could just counter with like, magic! And he was like, no, but seriously, how's Santa watching us? And then he was like, does Santa watch us from across the street? And I was like, yeah, sure, Santa watches from across the street. And he's like, really? He goes, Santa like look at us through our windows? And he's like, yeah, he watches to make sure you behave and watches. He's like, does Santa come in our house? I was like, yeah, sure. Santa comes in the house, gets some milk and cookies. And I didn't know I was creating like stalker Santa, right? And my daughter, she was much younger, she looks at me and she's like, is he gonna hurt us? I was like, oh, honey, that's up to you, you know? I mean, all right, you guys have been great. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
Fun, good times. Man, you're cut for an old man. Street Fighter 2 over here, Guile from Street Fighter 2. You like, I saw you earlier today, and you have muscles. I thought you would be saggy like I am, and I'm like pretty virile too. So, good, give it up for this guy. What's your name? Oh, don't say it like you're sad. It's just Ben. I'll never be anything more than Ben. But you're muscular. I have a little nephew that I babysit from time to time. Like every couple of weeks we babysit him. He's really cute, he's adorable. My wife and I will be like hanging out with him. Like we went to the park the other day and he likes to use his imagination, so I have this pinwheel. And he's like, mow the lawn with the pinwheel. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. And I started doing that. He's like, mow the weeds in the tree. I was like, all right, kid. And so I started doing that. And he looks at me, he's like, why are there weeds in the tree? I'm like, I don't know, this is your fucking acid trip, kid. Don't bring me into this. Don't make me justify your experiences. I don't know what's going on. And his parents, they're really cool people. They're like, they're very progressive, and they believe like you should say whatever you want in front of kids, you know? Which means basically he just says the F word all the time. So he's like this 2-year-old that says fuck, and it's really cute. Like, we were driving down the street, and we're like, hey, look at all these houses. What do you think about these houses? These are pretty nice. He's like, those are fucking houses. Like, very declaratively. Like, those are the types of houses. And we try to like redirect. We're like, yeah, some of them are nice. And he's like, no, those are fucking houses. Like, you didn't hear me, asshole. I need you to acknowledge that part. Like in his mind, you know, some houses are blue and some houses are fucking houses. Try to help him out. It's like, look at that cocksucking car over there. We take them like sometimes to the bowling alley or the skating rink, which is a weird place to go. Those are like odd, strange like places because like it's filled with a bunch of 8-year-olds, but you still get this unsettling feeling that you get stabbed at any moment whenever you go to a bowling alley. It's like a great place to take a kid and buy heroin in the bathroom. I think I'm gonna be a fun day. Halloween's coming up.
Yay!
Yeah, woo, I made the mistake of like doing regular things on Halloween when it was on a Saturday. I just like did everyday administrative tasks, and people just think you're in costume no matter what you're doing. Like I had to go do my laundry, so I took my laundry bag, and this guy's like, laundry man, cool man, laundry man. Like, no, I'm just doing my laundry. He's like, grocery man, buying groceries. No, I'm just buying groceries. Public masturbator, I get it. Cool costume. I just masturbate on Saturdays outside of the Denny's. It's not a costume. It's not a costume every time. You look like Pamela Adlon. You know who that is?
No idea.
She's on Louie.
Oh!
That show. She's also the voice of Bobby in King of the Hill. So there you go. Use that. I don't know what you can do with that. You can't say the word faggot anymore. That's too bad. It's a fun word to say. They used to say it all the time. Like when I was in college, it was like okay to say. Like straight guys would call each other that all the time. Like really inappropriately too. Like in college, my friend would be like, "Hey, where were you? We were at the bar last night. We couldn't find you. Where'd you go, you faggot?" I'm like, well, I met this girl. We went home and we had sex.
He's like, you're queer. Should have come back with us, man. We were back at Todd's place. We had a few beers and we wrestled.
And we watched Beaches on DVD and we cried all night. Can't believe you missed it, you homo. I quit smoking a while ago. The reason I quit smoking is because I looked at the back of a package of cigarettes and on the back there was a warning. And it said, warning, smoking may complicate pregnancy. Which I'm pretty sure doesn't apply to me, but I don't want to have a complicated pregnancy. Like, I don't know what that is, and I'm scared of it. I don't know if that's like you have a kid, and you go, so doc, what is it, a boy or a girl? And he's like, well, it's complicated. It's a squirrel, actually. The most math I've ever had to do on this complicated pregnancy. There's a Chick-fil-A down the street from me, which is a problem because I love Chick-fil-A, but I don't love Jesus. And I think like Chick-fil-A is owned by Jesus or something like that. There's some kind of connection, right? And so I'm like not a religious person, so I have this sick impulse to take the Lord's name in vain every time I go into a Chick-fil-A. Like I'll walk in there and I'll be like, yeah, give me one of those goddamn chicken sandwiches, now. Jesus Christ, you call these waffle fries? It's not a waffle fry. Okay, that's it, thanks, bye.
You think that like, oh, this like weird relationship you have must make you a really great DJ. It kind of does, but it also sucks. A lot. I can only hear somebody request Cupid's Shuffle so many times before I lose all hope in humanity. Like, I'm pretty sure if Hillary Clinton could have used that for her campaign song, she probably would have. That's not like a diss on Hillary Clinton. I don't really have an opinion so much this political season. I'm sorry, but yeah, no, I fucking hate that song. That's really the point of that conversation. Is I can't fucking stand Cupid Shuffle anymore. What's even worse is somebody requested Cha Cha Slide. Yeah, fucking laugh at that because goddamn it, I told her no. Just straight up no. Yeah, I told her fucking no. That song is 6 minutes and 34 seconds long. Yes, I've memorized the exact length of that song because I memorized all the lengths of my songs. Halloween's coming up.
Yay.
Anybody excited? Yeah, everybody's gonna talk about it tonight. Get excited for that. But no, yeah, it's just, I don't know if I'm in the mood for it after what happened last week. You know, it's just like my Halloween costume. I see you're going as Dick Tracy, I'm assuming? Oh, I could have been fooled. Well, you don't have a yellow fedora, so I wasn't sure. I'm probably just gonna take a shower and go with somebody that has their life together. Probably what I'm gonna fucking do. I've been getting in the mood though. I've been watching a bunch of scary movies and creeping myself out. I get home now and assume that somebody's broken into my house and they're gonna murder me. But I designed my own security system. As soon as I come in the house, I ask, hey, anybody gonna murder me? And when they don't, I know I'm in the clear. Because that's gonna throw your fucking murderer off right there if you go ahead and accuse them of murdering you before they do it. You're gonna be like, oh shit, what am I gonna do now? And then you just wait in your closet until you go out and just leave. I guess what I'm saying is I'm totally okay with giving birth to the Antichrist. Perfectly fine because that'll give me something to brag about to the other PTA members in the future. It's like, oh, you know, maybe his grades aren't so good, but he's gonna fucking kill the infidels. That's, feel good about that. You might be failing algebra, but you gotta wait, you know? It's the long con. That's the response I wanted. Thank you, dude. Oh my God. But you know, he's gonna kill that God. This is gonna happen. I see we have Jesus in the crowd. I'm gonna go ahead and call it out. Somebody's already been wanting to say it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and preempt that. Let's talk about Ninja Turtles for a second. Why is it that every property for the Ninja Turtles in the past 3 fucking years has tried to get one of the turtles to fuck April O'Neil? I've been a long-time fan. My first birthday that I remember was a Ninja Turtles themed birthday. I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan, and for some reason, both Nickelodeon and Michael Bay have released a Ninja Turtles property where one of the turtles has a crush on April O'Neil. And I think it's fucked up that Nickelodeon's gonna do that because you know they're not gonna endorse bestiality. So that whole fucking plot line ended immediately. And Donatello's so creepy about it. But yeah, that joke was not as funny as I thought it was. I wrote it before I left the house. But excuse me. Anyway, No, I'm just gonna end it right there. You guys have a good fucking night. Let's end it on turtle.
Like supporting this dude, and like he hasn't done anything good in a long time. Like at first it was funny, it was entertaining, it was interesting, but now we should be done with it. And like the only thing that people really care about right now is the fact that like he said something real bad, so that's the thing that's the turning point now, which is ridiculous. I'm just trying to say that, like, can we all agree that Tim Burton can stop making movies now? What, you gonna put out another movie with a lead protagonist who for some reason has dark hair and a mustache, looks strangely like Johnny Depp? Again? There are other actors in the world. Like, I will audition, like, anything rather than Johnny fucking Depp. Is anybody besides me tired of him? Like what? If he's not in a Tim Burton movie or a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, like he's in shit movies now. That's it. Like what was it? He was in that Signal movie or whatever. I don't even remember what it was called. Like turned into a rope, like got sucked into a machine, like Ghost in the Machine, but with Johnny Depp. Still a shitty movie. Johnny Depp can't make Ghost in the Machine better than it was. Does anybody remember Ghost in the Machine? No? I don't know. Okay, a few people. Ghost in the Machine is about a criminal who gets gets executed electrocution style during a storm. And like when he gets electrocuted, his soul gets sucked into the power grid. And he starts trying to kill a lady through like electrical devices, like toasters, things like that. That's a movie. Somebody got paid like $1,000 to write that piece of shit. Because that's what screenwriters make. I don't know if you guys know that. They get paid shit money. They're the most expensive prostitute in Hollywood is what they say. Been having problems going to sleep lately, you guys. So I bought one of those white noise machines, but they're kind of cheap, so I bought the cheapest one I could find. And I'm not getting a lot of sleep now because every time I turn it on, it's saying stuff like, what about black on black crime? Why can't Colin Kaepernick just stand up? Come on. I can't sleep to that. That kind of noise causes a lot of unrest. I realize it's my fault though. I misread the packaging. I thought it said white noise power machine, and it was actually white power noise machines. Way to go, Andy. Waste of $15. Anybody in here part of Anonymous? Good job if you are. I'm getting really, I'm so done with Anonymous. It's like, I get it, cool. You like Guy Fawkes masks. I get it. It's just like I got friends on Facebook who they're all about it. Like they're so into it that they like buy a Guy Fawkes mask and they put it on and then they take a picture of themselves and then they like post anonymous stuff all the time, and I'm like, you failed. You can't be part of their group. Your face with your mask is literally below your name. You could have tried to use like a pseudonym or something. Like, I can't like be a group like that. Like alias or pseudonym. Just, it's everybody, but they just need a picture. Just change your name. Like, it's a lot easier. You don't have to buy any stupid masks or watch V for Vendetta like 80 times or whatever. I don't know how many times people on Anonymous watch that. I'll end on this. I don't know about you guys. I don't do many drugs. I do the ones I'm prescribed. I do those daily. Smoke some weed, not ashamed of it. Love me some hallucinogens, but I don't mess with anything else, right? But I want to be honest. I'm not saying I won't do heroin. Like, I'll do it. Just when the time's right. Like if I'm like not like 85 or something, Like I'm just knocking on death's doorstep, stepping on it, knocking on. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But I just feel like it'd be a great time to do heroin then. Like, just go ahead, buy a shit ton of like good stuff, straight to the arm, and instead of just chasing the dragon, just go ahead and catch that dragon and ride it into oblivion. Everybody, my name's Andy Cummins. Y'all are great. Thank you.
So, I'm straight. I never question my sexuality. Other people do it for me. When I was 12 years old, this kid in my class asked me if I was gay. I said no, and then he was like, well, why don't you have a girlfriend? Because I was 12. I don't know what y'all were doing when you were 12, but here's what I was doing. I would wake up real early every Saturday morning wearing a Mickey Mouse onesie so I could eat a bowl of Fruit Loops and watch cartoons, all right? I feel like 12-year-olds shouldn't be dating. Like, that's how cooties get spread. It's dangerous, it's not good. I told him, listen, man, I just found out Santa Claus isn't real. Let me get over that heartbreak before I have to deal with another one, right? Don't you dare tell me the Easter Bunny's not real, right? It's in the Bible. You guys read the book of Bugs? Easter Bunny appeared before Timmy and was like, "Are thou hungry, my child? I got baskets full of Peeps and Cadbury eggs." Real creepy. Real creepy, that Easter Bunny. He was a lot nicer in the New Testament than he was in the Old Testament. Like, Old Testament Easter Bunny was just out spreading famine, disease, and sugar-free candy. Sugar-free candy is not real candy, alright? Have you guys ever had Fun Dip? That's solid sugar, you dip into powdered sugar, then you eat it. Like, that's real candy. Sugar-free candy, that's just a vegetable, right? It's not a thing. Do any of you remember, like, your first crush? Alright, cool, so this is not going to be relatable. I remember my first crush. My first crush was in kindergarten. It was this girl, her name was Anna Karen. And you can tell how beautiful she was solely based on that name. Like, parents don't give their child a name like Anna Karen if she could grow up to be like a supermodel or Fox News anchor. It doesn't happen. And as is the case with like most attractive women, there were other guys who had a crush on her too. There was this one guy in particular. His name's not important. Let's just call him Douche Nozzle, because that's what he was. He was a douche nozzle, and he found out I had a crush on her. He was really upset about it, so he came up to me and was like, "Hey, Miguel, Anna Karen's my girl." And I was like, "Anna Karen doesn't belong to anyone." And then he pushed me, and I fell, very easy to topple over. And then he just walked away. And as I was picking myself back up, you might think that I would feel defeated, but you'd be wrong. I felt like such a badass. I stood up for Anna Karen, y'all. Like, I thought the news of my bravery was gonna spread throughout the school. The children were gonna, overthrow the tyranny of Douche Nozzle, and they would crown me king. And I would rule benevolently with Queen Anna Karen by my side. But that's not what happened. What actually happened was this really terrible rumor spread throughout the school that I got my ass kicked. Which is not what happened. He just pushed me, and I'm very easy to topple over. Like, that's just... that's all that happened. The worst part, though, is that, like, Douche Nozzle got the girl. And it's fine, I'm over it, but it's not fair. It's not fair. That should have been me filling in coloring books with her, alright? Like, I wasn't very good at, like, staying inside the lines, but at least I didn't need crayons like Douche Nozzle, right? It's fine, I'm over it, but like she would bring a cookie that her mom would bake cookies, and she would bring one to lunch every day, and like, if she's gonna share it with anyone, she should have shared it with someone like me, because I would like split it half-seas. Douche Nozzle would be like, just give me the whole cookie, you're getting fat, Anna Karen. And she wasn't, she was very fit. But it's fine, I'm over it. I went to first grade in Canada, And like I moved from Mexico to Canada, and it was awful. It was awful. But the most memorable thing that happened in Canada was there was this girl in my class who, whenever somebody would farted, she would find out who farted by sniffing everyone's butts. Like that was. I wasn't there when she started doing this, but I'd like to believe that at one point somebody farted, and she was like, "Somebody farted," and then somebody else said, "Well, whoever smelt it dealt it," and she was like, "That's bullshit." All right? No. Here's how we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna go around sniff everyone's butts. Whoever smells like they did a pootie is the one who did it. Cool. That was supposed to rhyme. I did it wrong? Cool.
We've been going for Miguel. Moved straight from Mexico to Canada. I feel sorry for you that you ended up here during this election. All right, we're gonna move on to your next comic. She came all the way from Knoxville. Everybody give it up for Bridget Martin.
I got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load.
Yeah.
Fuck that rapper and fuck that song, because I only have 1 phone and I can't afford that. I'm single. And suicidal. So suicidal. I think I'm gonna make it though, because there's a lot of candy going on sale in the next few months, so. I'm really not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to die because it's gonna be open casket, guys, and everybody's gonna pay attention to me. And I am pretty sure that whoever's doing my makeup is gonna know something about contouring, right? Because I do not. I am so single. Like, real single. My online dating profile says, if you don't eat, we can't meet. I actually hate dating. I think the worst part about dating is the dick pics. You guys send dick pics, sir? Jesus, you send dick pics, turn water into dick? Yeah? You guys make mountains out of molehills. It's all about angles. And I'm trying to learn from you, because I want to make my vagina look like 2 little peach slices. Instead of a ham sandwich that's been drop kicked across the barbershop floor. Fucking single. God damn, I'm single. I shouldn't say single. My boyfriend says it's taken. Taken. I have a boyfriend. That's right. Jealous. You should be. He's awesome. We role play. We pretend like he's successful. He has a car. Boyfriend. He's amazing. He is in love with Brock Lesnar. Just put that out there. I am second to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, if you did not know, is a wrestler who's like 1,000,000 feet tall and looks like he ate a person. A strong one. And he has a life-size cutout of Brock Lesnar that is in our bedroom.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh. At least I have something to look at. And so does he. Having sex with him is like playing Mortal Kombat. At the very end, when you hear, "Finish her!" you hear the rapid tapping of buttons, but instead of fatality, you hear, "Oh, Brock, I'm the man!" Fucking bullshit. Gotta compete with Brock Lesnar.
He sucks.
It does suck.
He does suck.
Sir. He thinks our song is Take Me Home Tonight, but he doesn't have a car, so it's really his song for everyone. He's awesome though. I've been teaching him a lot, like how to, take showers on the reg, do some laundry. I was surprised that I did not have to teach him how to cook breakfast. He knows how to cook breakfast. But I did have to explain to him how to make eggs in a basket. And I said, that's what I would like for you to make for me, eggs in a basket. He's like, what the fuck is eggs in a basket? And I said, really? You just, you cut a hole in the bread, drop the egg in, you fry it, look it up online, it's super simple. He's like, that is the most redneck thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. And I said, that is not redneck. I order that shit at Cracker Barrel. He makes an amazing eggs in a basket, guys. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name's Cody. I do this joke every year, and I don't think it ever goes well, but I'll do it. I like Halloween's my favorite holiday. It's the best one, I think, and I specifically like I like 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Halloween because you get to see my favorite thing, which is people in costume but still finishing errands for the day. Like it just warms my heart when you get to see like a mummy buying dog food. You know what I mean? Like when you see Dracula stuck in traffic, like that's like a special moment. And it's also fun. I'm really into Halloween as an ugly man because I get to pretend that this is on purpose for a week. You know what I mean? Like, shut up! I'm owning it. You know what I mean? Like I get to go, no, I'm not, I don't look like this, I'm just like really into Halloween. Like I'm just, like today I'm like art school Ted Cruz, tomorrow I'm homeless Mr. Potato Head. Like you get it, like today you're the man in the yellow hat if you ate Curious George. Tomorrow you'll be Dick Tracy if you ate Curious George, stuff like that. Crossover. It is, shut up. I don't need sound effects. I was thinking about this today. I was talking to some folks last night and they said, is everybody doing the early voting? Who's early voting? Who's voted already? Okay, cool. 3 people into democracy. The rest of you? Or just in your little Asheville bubble. Like, no one's gonna vote for Trump. It's like, go to fucking Tuxedo, North Carolina and tell me that. You know what I mean? Trump country. I don't know how I'm not dead. No, it's weird because like apparently early voting favors Democrats, which is great because I think wintertime it just favors Republicans. Does that make sense? Like that caveman part of your brain that starts to freak out when the days get shorter. Just like, there's not enough. The sun's dying. There's not enough resources for people who don't look like me. And then you just go into the voting booth and it's like Donald Trump, Richard Burr, Pat McCrory, white judge, white judge, white judge, suicide! I'm so close. You know what I mean? Like, it's scary that Donald Trump like invigorated like the worst part of our country, but it's like at the same time it's just like if he had only if this movement had only like happened 10 years later, you know, for like once millennial men lose all hope. You know what I mean? Once like we have a lot of 30-year-old millennials, get like just what, like one more decade where like we've all had our heart broken one more time and we've all given up on our art careers. Like wait, like if that's when America, that's when I'll buy that hat. You know what I mean? I got it in storage. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a box of Make America Great Again hats in storage. I've been editing some of them. I'm saving some of them, but what I really need is one of those hats, but I really want it to say, prove it's a service animal. Prove it. Prove it. That's a 13-year-old beagle. What service is he providing?
I love dogs, but I hate those people. Like, I'd be cool, like, if we could get rid of those, like, here's how much of that balance I'm willing to strike, is that, like, I would be super cool with blind people not having dogs, just so those other people can. You know what I mean? Blind people, stay home, stop fucking up my nights out. But this is still better than all the other comics you've seen, right? Right, I'm saying like real callous things, but it's still like, oh, at least he is doing it with confidence. I don't know if I have anything else. Nope. Fine.
It looks like every episode of Doctor Who combined into a pompadour. Tell you a little about myself. My name is Jake Kenner. As your host said, I'm from Knoxville, and it's good to be in Asheville because it means I'm not in Knoxville. I don't know if you guys know a lot about Knoxville, but we're like a big college football town, and we are the home, unfortunately, of UT Volunteers. And man, I'm over the fans. I'm over the fans of that football team because they say stupid bullshit like I bleed orange. Here's how you fix that. Step 1, cut UT fan. Step 2, you watch as they realize they're actually Georgia fans. Step 3, you watch them cry in the car. That's the best part. Now while we're on the subject, okay, UT, can we just admit the Volunteers like the worst football team name like ever? Like it's not even close. Really? I'm gonna prove it to you, okay? Look at all the other football team names that are out there, okay? Bulldogs, Hawks, Falcons, Pirates, right? Shit that can kill you. What does UT get? A guy that can help you move furniture if he's not busy. Really? Like the UT logo might as well just be a guy carrying a couch down a flight of stairs. Alright? It's not intimidating, okay? So I decided that we should change the team name to something you literally can't fuck with, okay? Tennessee Herpes. Now, you would love to watch the promos for these football games, okay? Just imagine, right? Tennessee Herpes. It's not the punchline. Tennessee Herpes versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Taking those puppies to the vet, go UT, right? Right? You're already on board, right? That's great. Tennessee Herpes versus the Crimson Tide, right? What's worse than a period? Go UT, right? Boom. Crushed it. Finally, it's my personal favorite. Tennessee Herpes versus the Gamecocks. Okay? Tennessee Herpes versus the Gamecocks. Because after we beat you live with it forever, go UT. Bam! Already got it. Strike 1. So, tell them about myself. I recently did a show in Huntsville, Alabama. It was a lot of fun, but it was a weird time. Right before I got on stage, there was this couple, like, you know, they were like a kind of, you know, nerdy little couple, and they were like talking and, you know, whatever, and they were having a conversation. And there was this loud Southern woman behind them, and she was being really rude, kind of racist, you know, to the comic that went up before. And the nerdy couple turns, they say, you know what your problem is, miss? You're the reason why xenophobia is such a major problem in our country. And that is when this lady stood up, and swear to God, said the following, bring it on, I'm not fucking afraid of Lucy Lawless. Guys, there's a woman that thinks xenophobia is fear of the warrior princess. I feel like you have not hit that level of stupid yet. Like there's literally a part, and the more I got to think about it, the more it actually made sense. Like, why wouldn't rednecks be scared of the warrior princess? Because she's all the things that they're terrified of. She's a woman with opinions, a sword, and she's not gonna make you a goddamn sandwich. Like, Like, it would actually make sense if there was like a group of rednecks after the apocalypse, just look like their shotguns or whatever, ready to go, and then they sing Lucy Lawless with an Excalibur, talk about, fuck it, run, she has thoughts about the world, like. Got you. I realized the other day that I need to stop hanging out with certain people because I feel like they're bad influences, you know? I was hanging out with my buddy Bishop the other day. A little backstory on Bishop. Bishop likes to drink. Additional backstory on Bishop. He also likes to drive. So we know where this is going. So I get pulled over. We get pulled over. Cop goes, excuse me, Mr. Bishop. Don't mean to bother you, but Mr. Bishop, can you get out of the car and walk a straight line? And that's when I said, fuck. Bishop can't move in a straight line. That's why next time, guys, I'm just going to hang out with my buddy Rook, because he always goes, I don't know what it is. He always goes, there we go. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Never knew that was coming, did you? Yeah, you look at this fucking chest joke? Yeah. I want to hang out with my buddy Knight, my buddy Knight. Because he goes straight for a little bit, then he starts horsing around. Sorry. I know. It's kind of corny, but I just had to get it off my chest, I had to get that off my chest. Anyway, you guys have been fun as fuck. Thank you very much. My name's Jake Kendrick. Good luck.
Should start?
Yeah.
That's great. Way to own that, man.
Woo!
Yeah, everybody round of applause for this guy. Yeah. I was walking down the street, stand up, twirl. Can you, sorry. I was walking down the street earlier today, and, this lady had this dog, and I was like, oh cool, what's the dog's name? And she was like, it's a really stupid name. I was like, well, what's the dog's name? She's like, it's Sonny McGrath. I was like, that's a cool fucking name. Why would you be weird about what the fuck you name your dog? You know what I mean? People are really like insecure in our world, which I understand, but it's kind of stupid. Right? Just kind of like earlier today, me and this guy were talking. He was about to go take a shit, or he's about to go to the bathroom. We're talking, and I've known this guy. He's kind of met him a couple times, and he goes into the bathroom and he takes a long time, so he's in there taking a shit, and then he comes out and he does this thing, and I go in and it just smells like shit, and it's like, dude, you can still look me in the face after you take a shit. I'm not gonna like, stop taking shit. You don't have to run away. But he's laughing. You filming this? It's good stuff. I just feel like if we were more comfortable with ourselves, the world would be a much better place, Like, I feel like women, if we were more comfortable with ourselves, guys, if we were more comfortable with sucking each other's dicks and like fucking each other's assholes, we wouldn't be such dicks to women. Because guys like to fuck a lot, you know what I mean? We like to suck each other's dicks. We all want to suck each other's dicks. We all want to lick each other's assholes, but we're scared of our sexuality. We're like fearful that somebody's going to call us gay. Well, lots of us, not all of us, but some of us have gotten the memo and they're fucking, and that's great. But I just feel like if we were just a little less insecure, like, hey, yeah, man, come suck my dick. I'll suck yours right after. You wouldn't have to like drive down the street and be like, hey, what's up, ho? You wouldn't have to say that. You would just be like, oh, I wonder what my friend Mike's doing. I'm gonna go suck his dick. Or he's gonna suck mine. It's really fun to be alive. I can get off anytime I want. Don't have to feel weird about it. Well, that was good. How much time I got here? It's new stuff. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna collect it. Put it on my bad comedy routine collection that I collect. I feel like collecting. He went off on collecting stuff. So, not that big of a deal, right? That was kind of a funny thing to like go off on. Like, people that collect shit are stupid, and then everybody's just kind of like looking at them. Like, it's like if I was like, I don't know, like, if I had this weird hatred for something that wasn't really worth hating. You know what I mean? Like,
Fuck the Detroit Pistons.
Or something like that. I did this bit about the Detroit Pistons and nobody gives a fuck about the Detroit Pistons. It's just kind of funny.
Fuck people that collect shit.
It's like, what's wrong with them? They're just collecting shit. Hope he's not here, I don't want to be able to. So, you guys like impressions? We got one left. This last impression. Oh, it's funny. Good impression, good impression. Why did you leave, man? You're laughing hysterically at everything I'm saying, and then you go to the fucking back? Dude, like, that's great. We're having a great time, and then you fuck up my, you know? I appreciate it. Just don't do that again. If you're laughing and you're having a good time, please stay with me. You know? Thank you. This last impression is done 15 impressions today. I appreciate you guys being here with me. This last impression is an impression of a guy at a fucking gym. I hate this impression. Alright, I said impression. This is an impression of a guy getting a gym membership. So, the locker fees, that's monthly? Okay, and what if you don't really even need a locker? Okay, you still have to $7.99. Okay, I'll do it. All right, you guys have been great. Thank you very much.
Everybody's been paying a lot of attention to this gentleman, bright yellow blazer, big fedora hat, and of course the guy who came dressed like Jesus. But nobody is paying any attention to the ukulele player from Garfunkel and Oates. I mean, she's talented, right? Technically, they're both talented, but still. You know, in Hiroshima, they say that the bodies of men, women, and children were burned away and left shadows in the wall. But nobody mentioned the giant penguins. I mean, it's really kind of sad when you see a face of despair and a hand that's kind of resting inside. But over on this other side, it's kind of a fun hand, you know. It's like, fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Oh, I'm doing the whole song. Let me see what spring is. I don't know the whole song. Dick pics are what's wrong with the golden rule. I mean, stop and think about it. If you're a man, every man in this room thinks, it would change my life if a woman sent me an unsolicited picture of her genitalia. Therefore, and that's where the golden rule goes wrong for us. I was in Greenville last night at the end of a improv class, and we were going home. And a buddy of mine's car wouldn't start. She said, "Do you have jumper cables?" Look at me, I'm 55. Of course I have jumper cables. It's not weird that I have jumper cables. It would be weird if I only had one set. Coughing is the appropriate response to that joke.
Sorry.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Hiroshima took us to Frank Sinatra. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, they were both from the same time period. Both of them involved a lot of horrific death. Oh, you guys don't know about Frank Sinatra's horrific death? I love comedy. I love comedy. I love the sound of comedy through a microphone. You know, because I get to venues, there are some venues where they don't have them, they're like avant-garde, they want you to do that vocal production, and there's sometimes when they can't get the tech right. But I gotta tell you, comedy without a microphone, it sounds like that guy in the disaster movie who's trying to get everybody together.
My name's Art Sturdivant, and I'll be your comedian tonight. I know you're all very frightened. Frankly, so am I. But if we all pull together, we'll get through this. You, sir, you brought a yellow blazer. Can you laugh harder and more demonstratively? Turns out it can. You, sir, I think you've had, what, 2 drinks?
3 drinks, sir.
3 drinks. Can you have a 4th?
Yes, sir.
Can you buy them a couple? And for God's sake, all of you, tip your waitress.
I'm 55 years old.
It's like free.
I keep thinking about getting a tattoo, and all my friends say, you know, I don't get a tattoo because how's that going to look when you're 60? Mine's going to look fine! You know, when I was your age, people didn't get tattoos. We used to all sit around with our uninterrupted patterns of skin. I started doing that voice when I was 20 years old. And it was funny then. I would like crack up my friends. I'd be like, you know when I was your age? And they'd be like, ah! I started to notice that as my actual age approaches the age of the person whose voice I'm doing, the comedy value kind of peters off a little bit. You know when I was your age? Yes, sir. Well, what's happening with you? Shut the fuck up! Thought I snagged it there. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Okay, one last thought. Let's see, what's it gonna be? I just discovered just yesterday that when you walk up on somebody and you startle them, it's okay to say, sorry I startled you. But for some reason it's creepy to say, I'm sorry I frightened you. Okay, here's the real last thought. Dollywood, theme park or 160-acre Cracker Barrel?
You gotta drink more. It's gonna be all right. So I get really uncomfortable when people hand me babies. It's not necessarily that I dislike babies per se, so much that I dislike touching them. You know, I'm at this point in my life where a lot of my friends are getting married and having kids, and that sounds fucking terrible. And I mean, I just don't know how to react. Like, I have nieces and nephews, and that's cool. Like, I can cuddle and wrestle and teach them to swear and question authority and, you know, just hand them back. Just totally abandon them whenever I want to get wasted. It's really a good arrangement. It's a good system for me as an aunt. But it's my understanding you can't actually do that with other people's children with whom you share no DNA. Like, it's not a thing. So, well, does anybody here have small children? Does anybody here? Little kids? Sweet. Is that a yes? Or is that someone having a totally different conversation? No kids then. You're all childless. Good decision. Good call. I applaud you, millennials. And if you did have kids, let's be honest, I wouldn't give a shit about them. It's okay. But I'll be at work and coworkers will bring in their babies and just kind of parade them about the office, just present them like gifts to the crowd. Kind of like the Lion King, really? Like there's Circle of Life playing in the background, and there's the child hovering above the masses, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna have to be polite. I'm not great at that. I'm gonna be polite and let this tiny human interrupt my workflow. And by workflow, I mean sad animal videos. This is gonna be happening at my desk. It's just, what? No, I'm not crying at my desk, you're crying at your desk. Right? It's just the elephants. They always get me. But yeah, my coworkers will bring in their babies, and I don't feel wrong in saying that people tend to automatically assume, even more so if you're a woman, that you really want to hold babies, which is patently false. And they'll bring them over and be like, look, I made this from my lady parts. Don't you want to touch it now? Nope, that's gonna be a hard pass, bro. I'm good. No, I'm good. Okay. All right. Well, and then, I'm trying to be polite, but I really don't know how to respond. I'm all awkward, just like lightly petting this kid like it's my cat, just like lightly stroking chunky baby leg, trying to make small talk with an infant, like, hey, I like your shoes. I guess you don't walk in those much. I guess those are just decorative, huh? Well, that's a very festive outfit you have on. Did you pick that up? No, I guess you did not. No, I guess you're not. Making trips to all these days. All right. Okay. Then the parents tend to be superly aggressive in their pride for their offspring. They're like, here, you take her, as if I'm a responsible adult. And I'm like, I don't. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. Well, that's heavier than it looks. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't shatter easily, does it? No. Not like my iPhone, right? Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Why are you looking at me? Stop looking at me. What do you want from me? I don't. Oh, okay. It's leaking fluids now. It is leaking fluids, and I don't even know where that's coming from. It's okay. Can we somebody, I don't know, stop this up or like, wipe it off, or I don't know, close it down? I don't know. I don't know what the protocol is. Okay, I'm gonna return it now. I'm gonna give it back. It's just what? Oh, yes, it is a she. It is a she. And her name is Allie. Okay. Allie. You're disgusting. Learn to control your bowels already, Allie. Thanks, guys.
That I'm barbecuing. Yeah. All right. I turn to the side. I see a pretty young couple just walking by. I'm like, I'm barbecuing. You guys barbecuing? Simultaneously, no. No, we're not barbecuing. I was like, shit. Kind of hurt me a little bit because I'm thinking I'm in a good mood. I'm trying to spread that good mood with these guys. So I'm ignoring you. I'm trying to spread that good mood with everybody. And these guys are just like, no, we're not barbecuing. And then I realized all of a sudden I started using this thing, and I was like, if somebody asked you if you were barbecuing and you were in fact not barbecuing, perfectly reasonable to say no. That's okay. That is okay. I want everyone to know that. All right, so it's Halloween. Everybody's mentioned that. Let's get that obvious fact out of the way. What's messed up even more is, you see, me and my girlfriend, we like to have a little fun. Actually, not a little fun, a lot of fun. A lot of too much fun. Fun that gets each other in trouble. And this girl, sometimes I think, doesn't know how much trouble she gets me in. Okay, so last Halloween, we thought it would be a good idea. I don't know if anybody's a fan of Die Outward. Anybody? Woo, okay. All right, I see you. Or I don't see you. I barely see anybody. These lights are too bright, but I hear you. So, I'm dressing up as Pikachu. in a wheelchair with a cap gun. Fully automatic cap gun, right? Perfect. My girlfriend's picking the spot that we're gonna meet up. I'm like, all right, I'll be there. This is gonna be a fucking party, right? So I'm rolling, just picture me rolling. And I get the address, texted it to me, thank you, I love you. And so I'm just rolling, right? Get the address, I'm on my way, right? I fucking just going, just kind of slide in, right? I feel like Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious 1 through like 15. I'm feeling like Christopher Reeve in real life. I'm feeling like Pikachu, because that's what I was dressed as. I screech in. I feel bad saying this. This girl had the nerve to give me the address to the VFW on paraplegic support night. I'm like, oh shit, yes. I can't believe it. I realize I can't dig myself in any deeper of a hole, so I just say, fuck it, bat, and I just hit the mic. I hit the mic, and then I just screech out. I'm like, I can't dig myself out of that. You know? I'm happy everyone's on my level right now. I'm happy. Barbecuing. You barbecuing? You can say no, we went over this. Alright, so I haven't lived in Nashville that long, and I'm trying to get the lay of the land. I'm trying to figure out how you guys do things here. So my friends invited me to have kombucha. Kombucha? Yeah. Okay, yeah. My same response in my head. I didn't want to disrespect them because that's a big no-no here apparently. So I'm like, okay, let's get kombucha. Apparently it's good for your digestion. I show up, I'm like, cool, let's have it. What do you got? And so she lists something that sounds more or less to me like apple juice. Right? Sounds like apple juice. I'm like, okay. I'm first and last time I remember getting apple juice that cost $5, but bring it on, let's do this. Hopefully it's like this fucking big. And so the woman brings it in. I hope I'm not the only person that had this experience. She gave me a big cup of moldy apple juice. It was fucking moldy, yo. I was like, this isn't acceptable. This is not acceptable at all. But once again, with the disrespect, I didn't want to say anything about it. I don't want to bring it up. This woman decided to get rid of her cold right in my drink right before she served it to me. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. What the fuck is wrong with you? And so, I drink it. Why did I drink it? And like, really, I don't think anybody's had to drink a moldy drink in like 200 years. So thank you, Asheville, for bringing that shit back. I missed it so much. Damn it, the light is red. I got so much more good stuff. Got more time? More time? You guys feeling it? Come on. Do it. No? Oh, god damn it. Next week.
So yeah, my name's Noah. Nice to meet you guys. Man, kids in elementary school used to make fun of me all the time because of my name. It was like every time it was raining, somebody would be like, "Hey Noah, where's your boat? Hey Noah, where's your boat?" Finally I snapped. I was like, "It's called an ark, you pagan." So anyway, there were a lot of black chicks in my high school. Everybody was scared of them, right? Like, you'd just be walking to class, minding your own business, and a big one would just come out of nowhere and be like, "Excuse you!" I used to always think they were yelling at me. Like, I'd just be heading to biology, and I would just hear, "Noah!" I'm like, what? Who said my name? Noah! Turns out it was just Shaniqua asking Kiki if she would babysit for her later. And that was when I learned that Noah is just the way that angry black chicks say no. Man, I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me. I tell somebody my name is Noah, and they're like, "I can see that." You know, I'm like, "What are you trying to say? That I look like some Old Testament character? That I should just carry around a wooden staff and build boats and talk to bushes that are on fire? Are you saying that I look like Russell Crowe? Because I don't. Although I'm very flattered you think so. I love it when people are like, "Has anybody ever told you that you look a lot like Jesus?" I'm like, "Nah, who's Jesus?" For real, man, I hate when people call me Jesus, man. Like, that's my real name. It's not my real name. But it happens all the time. People are like, "Yo, what's good, Jesus? Love that hair, Jesus. How's it hanging, Jesus? White chicks will come up to me and be like, can you turn my water into Chardonnay? And I'm just like, Noah! Sometimes somebody will be really pissed and they'll be like, God damn it! Oh, sorry, dude. You know, and I'm like, why are you apologizing to me? Sometimes they'll just be like, Jesus Christ! Not you. You know, and it's like, I'm not the only dude who people think looks like Jesus, right? Like, if you're a white dude and you have long hair and a beard, you've been called Jesus. Like, where did that guy go? Dude, there were like 2 of them in here. Did you guys ever notice that like, the less you shower, the more you look like Jesus? Asheville is full of Jesuses. Like, I swear to you, just in the last 40 days and 40 nights, I've seen 1,000 Jesuses. Like, there was train hopping Jesus, Rastafarian Jesus, drum circle Jesus, alcoholic Jesus, transgender Jesus, meth head Jesus, Confederate flag Jesus, Bernie Sanders Jesus. And on that note, you guys, I'm gonna have a real talk for a second. Bring it down a little bit. No, I'm serious. I have some news for you guys, and a lot of you out there, specifically white people, probably won't even believe me, but here goes. So Jesus wasn't white. Yeah! Why do all these people assume that Jesus was white? Jesus wasn't white. Jesus was brown. Thank you. Jesus was so brown, he could have used the N-word. He used to live in Africa, for Christ's sakes. And that is why it is borderline racist. No, scratch that. It is racist for people to call me Jesus. I don't look Palestinian. I don't look Jewish. Except for maybe this. Look, I'll show you. Look at this. Look at this. That's Jewish. And that is why, I'm finishing up, that is why from now on, when people call me Jesus, I'm like this. I'm like, no. Hold up a second. At least call me White Jesus. Thank you guys. God bless you.
How you doing tonight? Woo! Woo! Feel like Ric Flair tonight, don't you? No, I do. Okay, let's kick this off with a few fart jokes. You know, there's always that experience when you go use the restroom. There's like 3 stages of when you have to take a dump. One stage, there's that dump where you're sitting there and you're just like, and your eyes are literally popping out. You're just like, ah! And you're in a public stall. People are just like, oh my gosh, what is that guy passing a kidney stone? Sir, are you alright? No, just shut up. I'm taking a dump here. Number 2. Number 3 is just the same thing, but it's just water and you've been sick for a couple of days. Don't you hate when you're doing a project and you're messing with like some goop or your glove and you're gooping something and all of a sudden it gets on everything. You're just like, I did not intend to get goo on my hand. What the heck? That was on my jacket, dang it. Aw, are you kidding me right now? No, this is not happening. It's not happening at all. Have you ever noticed when you are with a friend and she has a child and he leaves all his stuff, like a landmine field, and you say, oh, that's not going to hurt. You step out, that thing had Lego sharper than what it looks. It looks, you can play with it, but it's sharp as hell. My God. Oh my God. When you remember back in the 90s, all the kids' cartoons they ever played, how many of the drug messages, anti-drug messages, anti-alcohol messages, it really kind of scared the crap out of you. Literally just scary as crap. You're just like, okay, I'll never drink ever again. I don't want that to happen to me. Oh, geez, thank you. But I just want to say, if you check me out on YouTube, I'm TommyNC2010. Also, I had just an announcement recently. I was featured in one of the biggest, largest documentaries called Vlogumentary, and I'm ecstatic right now. And if you guys check out my YouTube channel, over 100K subs right now, all about positivity, and you guys become the next YouTube superstars by just picking up a camera and sharing your message, sharing the messages of positivity. I didn't become a superstar overnight. I'm not saying I'm a superstar. I'm saying I'm just a man with a microphone in my hand delivering a message that all of you just pull out your cameras at some point and talk about your day. That's as simple as how you become a YouTuber. That's how you become a part of the YouTube system. That's how you become a part of the positivity. Inspire, entertain, never stop, reach out into your community, and inspire people. My name is TommyNC2010. Thank you so much, folks.
Why is it that black people are the most hated people in the world? I mean, did somebody steal your piece of chicken at the last supper or something?
Black people love me the most.
I mean, I don't understand, man. I wanted to crack some jokes on you, man. Like, do you whistle like this? So I'm gonna keep it real. Now, how's everybody doing tonight? Y'all doing all right? Kind of got thrown off a little bit, man, but you know, I got Jesus in the building, man. I'm feeling kind of good now. I wrote a poem for you, Jesus, man, because I got some things I want to get out my chest, man. I got some things I want to ask you. Can I tell you my poem, Jesus?
I'm here, ready.
All right. There was a time when I was hopeless, steadily seduced in sin. As soon as safe to stick my shit inside, my knees were shaking. She was certain it was trust. Was it love or lust? Was it speaking scared to stutter? Oh, yes, I'm a bust. Suddenly a shudder, as my soul surrenders, sounds but whispers in the silence as I shake and shiver. Swallowed in a sea of passion sweet with love inside. Succumb to Satan, save me, Jesus, the Holy Spirit survives. Surely not scared to die, guaranteed a piece of the pie. Don't need a 4 or 5 blast to keep the dream alive. Little kids die, the rather be the last reply. Getting high, still on the ground, can you see the light? Silently searching for redemption, many lives lost. There's consequences in sin that cost to be the boss. Television got kids wanting to floss, brainwashing our babies until the cause is lost. False sense of security, still not children's purity. The whole thing stinks, the stench is reaching the heavenly. Lord, give me the strength to save the weak. Destiny calls. Soldiers to save the elite. The battle of morning stars, legions and demons. False prophet at his side resembling my Lord Jesus. The truth, the way, the light will descend from the skies. Flaming sword in his hand, heavenly fire in his eyes. And only the blasphemous of the Christ will he despise. The children of light receive 1,000 years in paradise. Blood, death, chaos, and judgment to the wicked. The Lord says he's coming again, and yeah, amen. believe in the Almighty, He'll grant you benevolence. My question to the Holy Ghost, yeah, you present. Believe in the Almighty, He'll grant you benevolence. Is that true?
Amen.
Amen. I mean, for real though, like, I don't really like church as much as I used to. As a kid, I like to go to church, man. It was hot as a bastard in there, you know. Flies trying to get out the building and shit. Like, what is so the AC? I mean, I bet the Reverend got AC in the office, but he ain't got it up in here. Like, when the collection plate go around, you don't need money, Jesus, do you? You got all the money, don't you? You don't need money, do you? You feel all them people with that. Oh, man. If I was you, I'd take everybody to CC's. Fuck it. Nah, but I mean, I don't really want to put church down, you know, but I remember being in college and like I had humanities. And like, I used to fuck with my professor all the time and ask all these crazy questions like, if Satan was God's first creation and the most beautiful, and God met Jesus as his son, don't that make them brothers? And she like, I'll get back to you on that. But I used to fuck with her all the time, but she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a pastor panel and they're gonna get you. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, they're gonna get me? Ask them no questions you asked me, so like, all right. So it's like all these preachers from all these denominations and shit, Roman Catholic, Jehovah's Witness. And the shit was kind of funny though, because like the Jehovah's Witness comes down, he's like, when you come to my church, I want you to look like you're coming to see the Lord. I'm like, it's like you, and I'm like, so if I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and I went to a wedding the night before, and I got drunk, and I come in here with my same clothes, but I smell like alcohol. Can I be in your church? No. I said, God damn, boy, the Lord is harsh. So like, the Baptist guy go up there, he got on jewelry and shit. He up there flossing. I'm like, man, look at this motherfucker. Like, is he pimping? Like, in the name of the Lord? I'm like, he got on diamonds and he blinking on stage. I'm like, what the fuck? So he like, you know, the book is a doctrine and we believe everything in the book we hold to be true. I said, okay. I said, did Jesus not go into church and put all the people out for doing business in the church? And he's like, yeah. So I said, so if I came to your church and I wanted to get baptized, but I didn't want to be a member, could I be a member of your church? No. God damn. So what you telling me, church is a business? I mean, I ain't know God needed money. But y'all sure got these immaculate ass churches. So like, he was like, oh, kind of, sort of. So I'm like, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's this all about? This religion thing, like, you know, is it mind control or is it just a way to keep people in order? I don't know, Jesus, you tell me.
Come to church on Sunday.
All right, y'all, that's all my time, but I'll holler at y'all.
Wow, folks, what a night. It's been exciting. I did my stand-up comedy bit, and just to let you know, here are my notes. I just posted them on Instagram. I couldn't really say anything into that. I couldn't say how to spell out comedy, so I just posted that. Hopefully you guys understand what that means. But I'm just down here at the Southern. That's where this is in Asheville. And, you know, I'm just... Also, I was featured in a documentary. Let me see if I can find my... So you guys can see what I got here, okay? Let me, okay, here it is. There I am, folks. That's the name of the documentary. It's on YouTube. It's one of the biggest documentaries out there. And, There it is, folks, and there I am, right there. And I'm just like, my heart is beating at 1,000 miles per hour. I wish they had told me that I was going to be in it. I wish they had came out and done an interview with me, but I guess they didn't. They were busy editing it. But so, folks, I'll catch you a bit later. Bye. Hey guys, I'm just down here in Nashville right now. The comedy club event is over, and I only have a limited space. I should be vlogging, but I only have limited memory on my memory card. But I think what I'll do is I'll end off this day vlog, and I'll start my number vlog off. And so yeah, this is what it's like in Nashville right now. So I'm gonna end off my my day vlog, and this is pretty much my night. I'm looking for Hamza, but catch you later, folks. Bye. Keeping you on the inside facts. Subscribe, support, stay positive.